Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Today I am here with a very special guest. Today I'm here with Galina. Today Galina and I are going to discuss her process within your fashion job because we didn't finish yet. We wanted to let you know what we are doing and how it all started because we met in this summer during personal coaching when your fashion job was different. And now Galina entered the course and we would like to discuss like what we did and how is it going. So Galina, could you please introduce yourself and tell a little bit more about yourself?
Yes, hello everyone. So my name is Galina. I am 23 years old and I am currently still a student, but I'm in my last year of business management. So I'm hopefully going to finish this year. And I'm also really interested in the luxury, fashion, and beauty industry.
Yeah. And could you tell us a little bit more about when you started your fashion job and what you were doing with your fashion job and what your goal is, maybe a little bit? You don't have to tell everything, but we are curious.
Yes. So when I started your fashion job, I was actually still a student.
Mhm.
Um, I was still living with my parents, and I am still living with my parents at the moment. Um, I live in Belgium, by the way. So yeah, I am a student. I still live with my parents, and my dream was actually always to work in fashion abroad.
Mhm.
My studies, I really wanted to finish my studies before I applied somewhere,
Yeah.
or before I applied to an internship.
Mhm.
So for me, the process of working with your fashion job, it wasn't really to get a job as fast as possible. It was more of a learning process. It
Yeah.
was really a learning process for myself and a process to work on my mindset more. Yes, I was still studying at the time, and I was also working different student jobs
Mhm.
here in Belgium, not necessarily linked to fashion, but to other industries, and that's okay. And I also learned with Lotte that I could use those strengths. Those are also strengths that I could use for my CV. So I
Mhm.
didn't know that before. But just to tell you guys, to give you a whole picture of this is my situation right now, and then you have my dream and my goals where I want that I want to achieve, and um, that will be coming into place once I put my time and my priority into that. But for the moment, it was really about my mindset. What strategies could I use? What could I do differently? Because I wasn't using the right kind of strategies in order to get there.
Yeah.
Um, so this is the situation of things, and now that I am in my last year of studies, I really want to apply all of the things that I learned with your fashion job
Yeah.
into action, and actually really seeing the results. So I'm actually doing that right now, and it's a really exciting process. And you really see the fruits. You really see the result of what I've worked on. And I think the biggest thing for me is mindset. And once your mindset is correct, once you have that self belief, once you have that confidence, and combined with the right strategies, the right information for
Yeah.
this industry, then everything will work together. So and it's also about prioritizing. It's also about what you want, and you also have to give yourself time to get there.
Yeah.
So for me, yes, for me right now, I am focusing on, for example, an internship. Um, and I think that with the right strategies, I will really get there. I really have that self belief in me right now.
Yeah. And so for you, it's really like the interesting thing is that you decided not to work on yourself and find a job when you graduated. For you, it's the interesting thing that you want to make sure that you will have know what you want after you graduated and you can get it. And that you work on this during your studies as well. So even I know when you have exams or anything that you can combine mindset, belief, and knowledge about the industry you want to work in in combination with your studies. So as soon as you finish your studies, you will know what you want, because actually it's a little bit too late to find out what you want after graduating. And this,
Yes.
you saw this insight, and this is very interesting for your situation.
Yes, and I think also knowing what you want takes time. So it's not perfect from like sometimes you are lost and we are not so sure about what we really want. So that's why it's really important to take your time to really do your research, to work with coaches. I must say this is the most amazing thing I ever did for myself.
Yeah.
Work with Lotte. Really work on yourself, and when you are ready, when you feel like okay, I got this knowledge, I got this right mindset, you can really go towards your goal. And it's much easier to do so
Yeah.
when you know, when you believe, or when you are confident enough that you have everything. And it's much easier to achieve that goal as well,
Yeah.
because you already know what you want. And that is the most important thing to know.
Mhm.
And once you know that you will do everything to achieve that goal.
Like, to clarify the situation, Galina and I did personal coaching when I was still doing that with your fashion job in a different way. And then Galina entered the course, and now we are at module number 3 to give you like an insight of the situation. Galina, how did you feel about working in luxury before you started your fashion job?
Yes, so I really see a very big difference. Before I knew you, I always had this mindset of luxury, and achieving a job in luxury is so high and is so far away from where I was,
Mhm.
physically and emotionally as well, that for me it was really difficult to achieve, or it took so long to achieve. And that was my biggest struggle, to really believe that I could achieve it as well, and what steps I needed to take in order to achieve that job or achieve that internship, and to really follow my goals and my dreams. So that was really the hardest part. I would say I was really a bit lost in terms of my thoughts, and yeah, and how to really achieve my goal and my dream.
So, what did you struggle with before your fashion job?
I struggled a lot with this is going to be a tough one, but I want to be transparent with everyone.
Mhm.
I struggled a lot with self belief, with confidence,
Mhm.
and I've always, especially in the last couple of years, I really been working hard on that and really trying to pull myself up.
Mhm.
But in terms of looking for a job in fashion, in luxury fashion especially, you need to have that extra confidence. And to be honest with you, I really didn't have it. Like, I really didn't believe that I could do it, that I could go for it.
Mhm.
And yeah, I really struggled with that. My thoughts were all over the place. I didn't have the right structure to organize them, and
Yeah.
to make sure that I really go for it. So in terms of that, I like I said, I was really lost
Yeah.
with myself, with my thoughts, and I didn't think I could do it. And
Yeah.
that's really, like I said, I want to be transparent with people, with the people who are watching this.
Mhm.
But yeah, when I think about it, it's really getting heavy, you know. But it was really like that. It was really not a really good mindset to have.
Mhm.
And confidence and self-belief is something that you really need to work on. And especially as a young woman, it's really important to have, and to go out there and to make your statement, to make your points, to talk to other people, and being confident in your skin, and
Yeah.
to be able to show that to others as well.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I would say confidence and self-belief is really like a life skill that every young woman needs to have.
Mhm. Especially in achieving high goals. And do you feel that you would lack maybe information or specific strategies before you joined?
Yes, that's a very big aspect of it, because before I joined Your Fashion Job, I didn't really have the right information. Because okay, we can all go to the different websites that the fashion brands have, and we can look on their social media and see what they are posting, but we don't actually really know what is going on inside. And inside information, especially for the luxury fashion industry, is really difficult to have nowadays. So I was really lucky to have met you, Lotte, and to being able to follow this program and this coaching sessions with you. And this really helped me to gain more knowledge and information about how the industry is actually working from the inside. And this is really nowhere to be found online.
Yeah.
Because I looked for it. And also the myth that I was having before Your Fashion Job is that I couldn't get a job in fashion, because I didn't study something specific to fashion or went to a private school. And this always was in the back of my mind: because I didn't do that, I won't get a job in fashion.
Yeah.
But when I met you, you didn't focus on that. You were like, what you do now and the skill, the strengths that you have right now are the most important. And you didn't really focus on the things that I didn't have.
Yeah.
So we focused on the things that I have and how I can highlight them better.
Yeah.
um and yeah, and that's something I never did before. I never thought about it in this way, in this perspective.
How do you feel about working in luxury right now?
Before this, I didn't really understood how to impress them. And I
Yeah.
think that everybody has this when you want to apply for a very big brand, a very big luxury brand. The question I had was always, how do I stand out of all of these applicants? How do I make myself seen? Because there are so many applicants, and I was always discouraged by that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I really have the right strategy to do so. And I have more confidence that these people will actually look at my CV and be really impressed by by what I show them.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I really have more confidence in the strategy, and also on how to approach these people, because you also need to know what how you need to talk to them, how the communication is a bit different as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that is something very specific to the luxury fashion industry. Knowing and understanding what you are going to say and how you are going to talk to these people is, I think, one of the most important things. And young people who want to work and have a job in fashion really need to understand this. But you also provide the right information to do that. So it doesn't come from the internet, I would say. I really learned that with you, and I learned that by how you approach things as well. So I hope that people who see this will also have an understanding that you are providing these things and it doesn't come from a source from the internet or
Yeah.
something.
When you look back at your applying strategies before your fashion job, what do you
Yes.
think about it?
If I look back right now, because I actually really applied before knowing you, for an internship in fashion, and I didn't get it. But reflecting on why I didn't get it is because I didn't know what they wanted. I didn't focus on how to understand them better.
Yeah.
It was more of like, okay, here is my CV, here is my cover letter, um, but not really what they needed. And I think that's the biggest difference.
So summarize, you didn't have the right strategy, right? The right approach of how to apply. And how do you look at it today? Like what has changed?
Um, my the strategy definitely changed because of you,
Yeah.
because you taught me how to sell myself, let's say, but
Yeah.
also like I said, how to look at my strengths and being able to, I really have that self-belief in me, and it feels like I was lifted higher. I don't know how to explain this to you guys, but a strategy and the right kind of steps really do help. It helps to organize your mind, it helps to organize your thoughts, and it helps you to understand who you are, what you have to bring to the table, because that is really important. And I'm not going to talk more into depth about the strategy today. I want you to find that out for yourselves, but this is really something life changing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's really given me the strength, the opportunity, the self belief, and the power to go to the next step. And sometimes you need a lot in your life to push you to that next level.
Great, great. Um, and what is the biggest difference between before you joined your fashion job and now?
So I will talk a bit about my evolution towards the during the process.
Yeah.
Um, Before I met Lotte, like I said, I didn't really have a structure. I didn't have a plan, the right mindset to go towards my dream and my goals, because I have always had this dream to work in fashion, but I really didn't know how to get there. And I think we are really lucky today that we have your fashion job, where there is the opportunity and the possibility to learn and to know the right strategy and the right communication and content in order to get there. So I was really lucky to find Lotte, and I really started my from the beginning. I really had my trust in her. Then I started the process, and we really worked on especially confidence and getting yourself up. And I really see the difference looking back in like maybe like 6 to 8 months now.
Hmm.
Before I met Lotte, I was really, yeah, I didn't really have a path. And now I can see that path clearly, and I can really um, believe that there is a spot for me in the industry, then I can really achieve it, and that it's not impossible anymore. You know, it is possible, with the right mindset, with the right strategy, and with someone who really pushes you, because she also helped me get out of my comfort zone a few times. And you really need that in order to work in that environment. You really need to be fully yourself, to go out of your way, to really like excel in that specific position, job, internship, whatever you are going to do.
Hmm.
um
Fun question. How do you reflect on our first meeting?
the very first meeting, um it was really, I didn't know what to expect. First of all, I didn't know
Yeah.
what to expect, but I was really curious, and I was really interested by what you had to give.
Yeah.
And I must say, we clicked immediately. That's why I continued working with Lotte, because there was a good energy, there was a good click, and she really wanted to help me out. She really wanted to get me higher, to get me up, and wanted to see me achieve things. And I don't think that a lot of people have that, or a lot of coaches have that. Um, but she really wants you to be the best version of yourself. And I don't think I would be here today without her. From the very first meeting, I was convinced to work with her. I was like, yes, I need to follow these steps. I need to know more about fashion and how to really enter it, by knowing the strategies.
Yeah.
And she made me feel really comfortable and really understood as well.
And Galina, what would you say to the person who is watching this video who is considering about joining your fashion job, joining the course?
Um, I would say that is it's really worth it to have this right kind of strategy in the long term for me, I really took it as an investment for myself and for my future in the long term, because this is something that you can really use all the time.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to get skilled at how I should actually do it, and being able to do it myself, because that's how I see Lotte as well. She teaches us the right kind of strategy. She is also there to guide us when we have trouble with something. So this is something that you are not doing alone per se. And she also gives you, I would say, she gives you the wings. She teaches you. So this is kind of, I see it as a metaphor. She gives you the wings, and after that you could fly by yourself. You
Yeah.
know, we become this beautiful butterfly who could do things by yourself. But in order to do that, you need to get to take time for yourself to actually learn. And you learn by failing sometimes. You learn by, because when I started to work with Lotte, I it was also the whole time trial and error, but she also corrected me on that, and I also learned from that, and now I know how I need to do it much better.
Yeah.
So I would definitely recommend it. It is something that is life changing, and you will not regret it, because I definitely don't regret doing this. And I also met a really amazing woman, and someone who really inspires. And I think that's important to have. You need someone who inspires you, who pushes you to be your best self, and that is Lotte.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's a beautiful end of this video. Thank you for your beautiful words, Galina.
No
And I am
problem.
really proud of you and your improvement and you as a person. And I'm sure
Thank you so
the
much.
people who are watching are that as well after seeing this video.
I
Thank
really hope so.
you. Thank you.
See
And
you.
we will see you in the video when we are in a different state with Galina after the course. So I'm looking forward to that. Thank you for watching.
Bye bye.